You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the girl.
Welcome. The Random. So we back with some more stories, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's get into these stories. Story number 1. Am I wrong for not telling my friend that the volunteer gig he flaked on was actually paid? I, 23 male, and my friend Ryan, 23 male, are both in engineering. Last month, our department posted a call for volunteers to help run logistics at a local tech conference. It sounded like a good networking opportunity, so I signed up, and I told Ryan about it too. He was like, not worth the time unless they're paying. Fair enough. I show up the first day, and to my surprise, they hand me a badge, free food vouchers, and say we'll be getting a small stipend at the end. Like, not huge, but still $300 for 2 days. Not bad at all. Ryan texts me while I'm there like, yo, how's it going? And I just say, not bad, chill so far. I didn't mention the money because 1, I didn't know how long I'd be staying, and 2, he already decided it wasn't worth it. Anyway, after the event, I got the stipend and posted a pic of the staff group on IG. Ryan sees it as, wait, you got paid? I say, yeah, it ended up being paid after all. He flipped, says I was shady for not telling him, and that he would have come if he knew, and that I knew he needed the cash. He told a few people I set him up to miss out on it. But like, he made his call. I didn't know it was paid either at first, and I never lied to him. Am I wrong? Listen, he had already decided not to go, so I don't feel like you were wrong at all. Now, granted, had you knew ahead of time and you did not tell him it was paid, yes, you would be wrong in this situation. But nah, you good. Enjoy your $300. Story number 2. Am I wrong for cleaning dog poo off my kids at a birthday party? I have a friend who lives an hour away. We always attend each other's kids' birthday parties. She has 3 kids. We've been friends for 6 years. She's always been a genuine, calm person who doesn't talk bad about others. She has always showed up for me. I usually host parties at rented play places. She does hers at home, which is fine in theory, but her house is often dirty. There are no activities or even toys for the kids, and overall, it's not a great experience. Over time, I've noticed fewer people show up, probably for the same reasons. Today, we went to her son's party, and it was honestly gross. The only thing for the kids to do was play outside on the swing set, but the yard was covered in huge piles of dog poop. They have a large cane Corso, and it was obvious no one cleaned up before the party. I could have been saying Corso wrong, child. I don't know. I was shocked. This is a kid's birthday party, and the only play area was full of dog poop. While my toddlers was playing, my 3-year-old fell and got dog poop all over her pants. I told her to come over so I could clean her up. I also called my other daughter over and said something like,
no more going on the grass. There's dog poop everywhere and we need to stay clean.
Of course they started complaining they're toddlers. But I calmly explained we had to stay inside and wash up. I was trying to protect them from getting sick or dirtier. That's when people started giving me weird looks, especially my friends' relatives. It felt like they thought I was being rude when I came out of the bathroom after cleaning them. I saw her sisters whispering and then suddenly going quiet when I walked by, clearly about me. I ignored it even though I thought it was ridiculous. What made it worse was that my friend didn't even check in on me. She just stayed with her sisters and family the whole time, barely acknowledging anyone else. I was the only friend who showed up, and there were no other kids besides mine and hers. Eventually, she came up and asked, is everything okay? Like I had caused a problem. I explained my kids got dog poop on them, so I had to clean them. She said, yeah, sorry about that. And I replied, no worries, to keep things cordial. But honestly, I was disgusted. I made an excuse to leave soon after. I couldn't believe someone would host a kids' party, not clean the yard, and offer nothing for kids to do but play around poop. It felt careless and kind of gross. Now, I haven't heard from her. No thank you for the $100 gift. No thanks for driving an hour with 2 kids. Nothing. I'm starting to wonder if I somehow offended her or her family by simply taking care of my kids. But I really don't think I did anything wrong. Am I missing something? Was I wrong for saying out loud how the yard was dirty and to go inside? So in this situation, I don't feel like you're wrong. Well, hold on. I feel like maybe you're wrong for saying it out loud, you know what I mean, with all her family and stuff there, because that could have made her feel self-conscious. Granted, yes, she did needed to clean that yard. I don't know why she would even had a kids party there, knowing that there's dog poop everywhere. I personally think that she should have had it at an event or whatever. But then again, I don't know her financial situation. Maybe that's all she could do. But even in that situation where she had to host it at her house, she could have at least cleaned up. So I do agree with you there. But I do think, yes, saying it out loud probably did make her feel some type of way. And that's probably why she hasn't reached out to you or thanked you or anything. In this situation, you're not wrong for taking your kids and going and cleaning them off, especially because they got dog poop on them. You know what I mean? And you also aren't wrong for wanting to keep them inside after that. Like, honestly, once I would have pulled up and I would have seen dog poop everywhere, my kids wouldn't even been out the door. So she would have been talking about me anyway. Hey, because I'm not finna have my kids out here like this. So to answer your question, no, you are not wrong for taking your kids in and cleaning them. But maybe you could have kind of kept that comment, you know what I mean, tucked away, you know what I'm saying, to yourself or whatever. Story number 3. Am I wrong for calling my best friend delusional? I, 27 female, have a best friend, 28 male, who has slowly but surely grown obsessed with a woman he barely knows. Him and this woman met half a year ago and have been texting sporadically since then, i.e. a wall of text, followed by a week of silence, followed by another wall of text in response. What makes this difficult is that they live in different countries. Although I understand their conversations have gotten quite deep in that time, it seems he still doesn't know basic things about her favorite food, music, color, her religion, etc. Despite this, he seems to have gotten increasingly obsessed with the idea of her and is completely carried away. A few days ago, he admitted to me how he wanted to marry her because he never felt like this with anyone. She's the one. Although I should be really excited for him, the issue I have is that he doesn't even know if she's interested. They have never discussed dating or whether they liked each other. He doesn't even know if she's single. Also, he pointed out earlier, sometimes they don't communicate for weeks, the delay coming mostly from her side, which leads me to believe she might not be as interested as he hopes. My problem with this is that my best friend has now completely given up on dating due to this and is uninterested in even the possibility of him finding someone else. It makes me really scared that he is putting all of his eggs in one basket that might not even exist. I also don't think seeing someone idealized version of a person is healthy, as it seems like his entire world is just built around the concept of her. I don't doubt he would drop everything at the drop of a hat for her. We have gotten into little disagreements over this prior, but yesterday everything really blew off the handle. He started musing poetic about her once again, to which I blurted out that he was being delusional. He was somewhat understandably offended by this and started accusing me of not being supportive and being jealous because I'm not as important to him anymore. I tried to argue my point that I think he is getting unhealthily obsessed with this woman to a point of self-detriment and should really try and look at things with a more sober perspective. I told him that before he builds a future with this person, how about he see if she's even interested? He said he can tell she is. We argued about this for another 10 to 20 minutes before he said he doesn't want to be friends with me unless I support this relationship and him without inputting my negativity. I said I can't do that as I didn't want to feed into his delusions. So he responded, well then, I don't want to be friends, and just walked out on me. He has not contacted me since, and I'm really worried I'll lose our friendship over this. But I feel like he is being unreasonable. So please, Reddit, am I wrong in this? And if so, how can I approach the situation in a way that doesn't make me feel like I'm adding gas to the fire? Okay, so in this situation, you are not wrong, okay? And sometimes, yeah, maybe the wording was hurtful, but sometimes your friends need to hear that because in some situations, they are being very delusional. Shoot, I've had situations where I was being delusional, you know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously it had spiraled out of control. I would just contact him and say, hey, I was wrong in how I said things, you know what I mean? But I just don't want you getting hurt. I feel like the first step is at least asking her, one, if she's even single before the is she interested, because I mean, if she's already taken, then that's already off the table, you know what I mean? So I would start there, you know, and then ask her, hey, are you interested in me if she is single? But I don't feel like you're wrong because, I mean, you're trying to look out. And honestly, he shouldn't even be that obsessed over nobody, even if she is interested. Because if he's already halfway gone now and they're not even in a relationship, Just imagine how things are going to be when they get together, if they get together. After you talk to him and you tell him in a calm manner or whatever, you know, how you feel about the situation, he still does not want to be friends after that, then hey, you just have to let him go. I mean, it is what it is. Granted, I know it's going to hurt and stuff like that, but you have to move on. We have to move on sometimes, you know? Well, all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed these stories. I hope y'all been having wonderful weeks, months, years, all that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Share this video with your friends and your family, and I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.